everybody, my name is Mrs. Burse, and today I want to talk to you about doing a drawing that deals with line, shape, form, texture, value, and space, 6 of the 7 elements of art. All right, so here you see the sample project, nearly complete. It's got a couple places I haven't finished, but it's good enough to show you and get you on your way. And I will show you the elements of art that are created in here. We have line. Line is defined by an identifiable path created by a point moving through space. So this point moves through space and it creates this line. Shape is a flat, two-dimensional space that's created by a closed line. So as this line comes around and closes, it creates a shape. This is kind of an organic kidney shape. A roll of tape is a very symmetrical shape. This is a rectangle, which is a symmetrical shape. So you can have different types of shape. We have the sense of form. Form refers to the object having 3 dimensions, okay? This piece of paper is 2-dimensional. This roll of tape is 3-dimensional. We are drawing something that has the appearance of 3 dimension as it goes back into space, right? Space is down here at the bottom, but that form and space kind of fit together. Space is the distance between, inside, and around lines, shapes, forms, and colors. It can be atmospheric, as in the bluing of space as things recede. It can be linear, but what we have here is foreground, middle ground, and background. And that's what creates our sense of space here. The 2 most prominent things, the 2 most important things that we see in this particular artwork are texture and value. Texture is how the surface of an object feels to the touch in reality. This is very smooth, right? Or how it appears to feel in pictures. So this looks kind of scaly, right? This looks kind of like a bird leg. This looks kind of like feathers. So these all appear to have a specific texture, a specific touch. And value is the lightness or the darkness of a color, right? A gradient from lightest to darkest is a full range value scale. And here's a little demonstration of the lightest light to the darkest dark. And that's what we have captured in the different layers of our drawing. This is a partially completed one, and here are the steps that you are going to do. You are going to need a pencil, a number 2B. You're going to need a piece of 9 by 12 paper, 8.5 by 11 if you're doing this at home. And then another piece of paper to create your value scale on. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to create a series of shapes, probably like 7 shapes on the surface, and they're just going to be organic shapes. You want to fill up your page, but you want to leave a gap. You don't want to bleed off the page. Okay? And basically you are drawing holes into this paper, so kind of shapes that we're thinking about looking through this part of the paper, right? What do we got there? We got about 5. Maybe we'll do a small one for some variety. You don't want them all to be the same. Change it up a little bit. You could probably turn this into a really cool project by doing a different shape, maybe a football helmet or, flags or whatever sport or whatever hobby that you enjoy, race cars, horses, whatever, you might be able to do that. We're just simply doing organic shapes because it's something that's really quick. All right, so now I'm going to lightly label these little lines in between with a number 1. I don't want to make that too terribly dark because I'm going to erase that, okay? And this is just to help me remember where I'm at, because as you do this, you're going to draw down layer after layer after layer, going deeper and deeper and deeper visually into the paper. And as you can see here, I have these labeled with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? So there's one. Let's see, now you gotta kind of think about the shape that's going in behind here and where that's gonna go. Okay, I can pretend that comes back up there. And here's another one. And it comes over this way and up and out. Right. And I have to start labeling so that I don't get confused as to where I'm at. Okay, I want to come up through here. All right, so now these shapes are the space that's receding further, and I want to put even another set of holes in there. And pretend that comes up here. Pretend that you're a superhero with X-ray vision and you can look back through the paper and you can see all of those shapes as they go in behind the other shapes. The trick is that you are going to draw only what mere mortals can see. This is a 5 and this is a 5. Now what I want you to do, you've got this done. I want you to make a full range of value from 1 to 5, okay? 5 is just gonna be black, the darkest that you can go with your pencil, and that will be in the deepest, furthest spaces. And now it's pretty much a color by number that you determine by creating your own textured value scale. So I've got this box. Let's just make another one here underneath it. I've got 5 spaces. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Okay, I know this one's going to be dark. And when you do this inside your drawing, you will take your time and come right up to the edges. Maybe going in 2 different directions so that you get the darkest dark that you can get, right? And then your number 4 might be something else. You know, if you do something tiny that's like pebbled, that's gonna take a lot of time, folks. So possibly some of your smaller areas, you might do something like this. Right? And then you're going to have to color this in to a value that is just a little bit lighter than your number 5. So we get this sense of depth, okay? This is my 5, this is my 4, right? This is my 3, this is my 2, and this is my 1. Keep some of them simple, like maybe something that's curved, right? Keep your lines consistent. When you make something that's curved like this, you can make your lines darker because obviously you're going over them and you don't want those to get lost. The edges of this might be closer to a 4 so that they look like they're coming up and out of this darkness. You can tell the edges here of this are darker right? And it gets lighter, and the same with my others, and so on and so forth, right? All right, that's what you're going to be working on. I'm really excited to see what kind of things you guys come up with, and I will talk to you later.